I'm Soup.
Cut Chemist.
Marc 7.
Okay. You just put out the Power in Numbers album. Maybe you can tell something about it.
Yeah, we've just put out a record called Power in Numbers. To me personally, I think it's one of our best albums, my favorite out of all of them. And it's just sonically, to me, the biggest J5 record to date. And just lyrically, I just think each MC just killed it and just did their thing. The production is just solid, and I just think it's just a solid piece of work.
Yeah, because one track that really struck me was If You Only Knew. Someone says there, we want to put hip-hop to the primitive state. Yes. So someone could tell something about that?
Well, I mean, it's not... We do hip-hop music. We don't do old school music. We don't do new school music. We do hip-hop music. So when we were saying bring it back to the primitive state, it's not the sound of the 80s. It's not the 75 sound. It's not that. It means it's a lot of things incorporated into that. It's the way they made music, the more time they spent on it to really make quality stuff, the showmanship that they had when it was time to see, them perform live, stuff like that. It's not to actually literally sound like Curtis Blow did in 1982. It doesn't mean that at all.
You guys did 18 months on the record. What did you guys do all those 18 months?
Yeah, a lot of that time was spent touring off quality control. I mean, we kept getting demands to do shows. So, I mean, we literally had to come to a point where like, yo, we got to stop touring and do this new record. So, I mean, that attributes to it, and the fact that we do take our time when we make records. We don't rush. We don't let the label rush us. When it's done, it's done. You know what I mean? So for us to be happy and to put out good product, because if we were to rush and put out some bullshit, the fans are the first ones to be like, this is garbage. But at the same time, they're like, when you want a new record? But, I mean, I think they're accustomed to us knowing that, we do take our time and the end result is good product. So I think they're willing to wait.
Some say that this album is much more darker. Do you agree?
Darker. I definitely think... Get you. It's definitely more aggressive. I don't know if that means darker. Like, we're not talking about dark things like we're gonna kill you, and no, it's not like that at all. But do I get less of a, I can't even really articulate happy, joy? I mean, we could pick each part of the song, influence, da 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 dee da dee da da, okay, versus hold on to this feeling, freedom. Yeah, I mean, there's a difference. If you only knew, versus like, we are not superstars, or Jura, capital S, another SIC5. I don't know if you can hear that on the mic, but I'm tapping. I think so. I think that, there's more, we're older, we did the EP in Quality Control, like 4 years ago. And so naturally, I mean, we're going, things are darker, look at our environment. I mean, things are just in a different state. The world's in a different place. A lot more stuff going on, so that has a lot to do with it.
But it's not particular a political record, I guess. It got a loose feel to it, because when you listen to it, you can dance to it.
That's the thing is nothing's forced as far as our opinion or our view on any one side. So that's how it doesn't feel political. You don't feel like we're kind of cramming our views down your throat. So I think that's a good balance between stating a certain, I don't know, we're not very opinionative, which I think is the downfall of a lot of groups when they are trying to be political and conscious.
So you think the audience have to just think for themselves? Okay.
Nice. Yeah. And then let it grow in their own brain.
Just one rumor I heard that KRS-One was initially on the record. Is that true?
Yeah, we were trying to get him on the record, but he couldn't make it. Just time constraints. He wasn't able to be on the record. We did want him for a song, but it wasn't like he was like, I don't want to be on that song. He just couldn't do it. So that's all. So the rumor is half true.
Because one track I also like is the first single, What's Golden. Got a very good beat to it, and you hear Chuck and Flavor Flav from Public Enemy. Why choose Chuck and Flav in the sample?
It sounds like it should go. That's what it should have went by it, and that's what New Marc came to the table with, and we were like, cool, that's dope, and so that's why we rolled with it. It's nothing.
Sounds like On the stage, rolling. The same cadence. It fit. Yeah.
Just happened to be
Musically.
Chuck. It just happened to be Public Enemy, and you know we definitely Public Enemy fans, so it just made it even better. So
That's cool. I also wondered, how do you actually write with the 6 of you guys, 2 DJs and 4 MCs? How do you write songs?
there's really not a formula to how we make songs. Really, there's not like a set way we sit down and say we do this. It's many different aspects to what can start a session, whether it be a beat or, you know, someone has a lyric or one line or a chorus, or there's no formula.
And why did you call it Power and Numbers? Is there any special meaning behind that, or just the album title?
Because it's a lot of us, and it fit, and there was no political thing behind it. It was actually one of New Mark's friends said it, referring to us underneath his breath, and New Mark liked the title and came to us and was like, what do you think about this name for the record? And we were like, cool, let's do it like that.
What's up with the collaboration with Nelly Furtado? What's up with that?
We just had the opportunity to work with her, heard through the grapevine that she liked our music. A few people in a group liked her music, and decided, you know, we was going to do this song that Cut Chemist had this music to, and thought that it needed a girl's vibe on it, and she was the perfect candidate, and that's how it happened.
2 of you guys are also in Ozzo Motley. How is it going with that band?
How's it going with that band? It's not, because we left. I would have loved to have kept touring with them till my fingers bled dry. That would have been great. You know, it was just, I had other business. I couldn't stay in the group. So, I mean, you know, how could I be in 2 groups at once? You know, yeah, you know, just as when both groups really started touring a lot, I had to make a choice. I mean, for a while, I could ride the fence and be like, do shows with J5 at home, go out on the road with Ozo. It worked, you know what I mean? But then one day, Ozo did the Warp Tour, and J5 went to France. And I went, France? Warp Tour. France? I should have chose the Warp Tour. But unfortunately, I chose France and got firecrackers thrown at me at the World Cup. Mixers stolen. F you in the crowd and performing for nobody in a field. Yeah, no, but you know, so it was just, that's the way it goes, so.
Also, Cool Keith did some work. He did a track. How'd that come along?
That was an interlude. And yeah, he started tripping. And he was like, I don't like them guys. Where's my thing on their record? So we was like, get the hell off. So we took him off. So thank you, Cool Keith.
You also work with Big Daddy Kane. That must be awesome, I guess.
Big Daddy Kane and Percy P. That was off the hook. That was dope.
Oh yeah, definitely a lot of fun. You know, Percy P and Big Daddy Kane are just, you know, incredible lyricists. So having them in the studio with us was just like a trip just to see them on the couch writing, and you know, just got everybody just really hyped, and just kind of turned out to be a real good, just remind me just an old school posse cut, no hooks, just a beat running fast and just rhymes. So
I think it was really cool because, you know, we'd never met Big Daddy Kane before. And after that session, although I was a little intimidated, now when we see him, it's just like, it's not like he's Big Daddy Kane anymore. He's just like the homie. Yeah, Antonio. That guy. And it's like, I feel like, wow. You know, I'm chilling with Kane, and no, I'm excited, but the fact that I think he kind of assumes we're all on the same level, and I'm just like, man, that's really cool of him to think that way. So anyway,
just one comment on the record again. I really like it because it's also much more quicker than the current hip hop scene. It's just also mid-tempo, much slow. Do you agree on that?
I think we're at our best when we do songs at that tempo that are, you know, a certain beats per minute. So, I mean, I like doing songs that quick. So, and I never even paid attention to it, but it is a quicker record. I like Abdul, huh? A little skull. Yeah.
What do you think actually about the current hip hop scene?
There's a lot of people I like musically. Dead Press, some stuff that Common does, Most Def, Talib, Roots, some stuff that they do. It's a few people.
And what do you think about the current hype around the 50 Cent?
I mean, that's what it is. I mean, you know, it's hype, and he's utilizing it to the best of his ability, which he should do. And it's a bunch of stuff that's coming out that people supposedly don't like, and it's his time, and so he has to definitely take his time to do what he needs to do. So there's nothing wrong with that. That's not killing hip hop. That's not putting hip hop under the jail or anything. I mean, 50 Cent is not the reason why hip hop is maybe in the state that it's in. So don't put it all on him.
Do you think that the second track is also much harder to make?
Yeah, I don't know. Not for us, really. We did an EP, and then we did our first album. So I think we kind of took care of those pressures with Quality Control, where I felt like, ooh, we got to maybe compete with our EP. What do they want? Something comparable, something different? I don't know. This one, I felt completely comfortable to do something that didn't facilitate anybody's expectations, and I think we did. So, and it's better because of that.
You're also gonna do the Lollapalooza tour. That must be awesome, I guess.
Me and Perry been knowing each other for a long time, so he was just like, Soup, why don't you come through on this Lollapalooza tour, because we need y'all presence there in order to make it go over the proper way. So I got with the brothers and was like, they was in agreements, and we just decided, hey man, let's do Perry this one favor. You owe us one, Perry. You owe us one. No, but it was cool. He just called up, man. He wanted to start it up again, and and I guess we're a group that he kind of respects as far as music is concerned, and called us up, and I mean, we definitely said yeah. That's like Quincy Jones calling you up, and you basically will say, yeah, Quincy, let me hear what you got to say.
Okay. Are you gonna play festivals in Europe in the summer? Or?
I don't know. That's up in the air. That's really it's possible. Who knows? We don't know right now.
Because you played Lowlands once.
Oh, is that what it was? Maybe it wasn't Pukkelpop. Maybe it was Lowlands.
No, I thought we did do Pukkelpop also.
But that's Belgium, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, we're going to do something.
What do you actually think about the internet?
The minute the industry catches up to the technology, it'll be straight. The fact that they're just so slow-moving and not forward-thinking at all, they suffered. In sales, they weren't up on it, They're now starting to catch up to the technology and figure out a way to sell MP3 files and stuff. So
I think the internet benefits probably the artist definitely more so than the record company. As far as a selling records standpoint, I mean, you're getting kids that are downloading records that they either can't afford or just plainly simple don't even want to pay for. But at the same time, that's still getting your music out, and it's still free or not, free or pay for, still getting your music out. Whereas, I mean, you can look at it in different ways. For a lot of artists, they don't see that money anyway. That might be rightfully deserved to them. So, you know what I'm saying? So, at the same time, it's like they lose, but they win because they still getting that fan, probably more so because, so many kids are burning CDs, but that particular fan might turn it on to another kid who might, in turn, take that, say, $10 you missed out on with a record and pay $20 to go see you, and then flip that into another $20 to buy a shirt. You know what I'm saying? So, it could come back in different ways where revenue might be served in a different way that might just serve just the fan.
Yeah. Maybe it's also beneficial for bands who want to start. You can just put out your music on the internet and people can...
I mean, you can look at it as far as distribution. What other market where you can go and be, in basically your house, make a record and then service it to the world? The internet. I mean, this tool hasn't been available. It's the first time, and that's why you see so much music and so, many people on it. I could literally just go on different search engines and place my music in different regions or on one server, and basically anyone from around the world can listen to it or, hit me up if I have a credit card or whatever and get my music. So, I mean, that's big. And companies, the majors don't like that because it gives, the independent man way more power. And then they realize, how much they can really make. So that's why they're fighting it so bad. But they should have been ready.